Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I am pleased to introduce to you Abid Aziz Merchant. Abid was actually a banker for 20 years before he decided to dedicate his life to his passion, which is art. So in 2014 he co-founded the Sanat Initiative in Pakistan. And I will let Abid talk more about what the Sanat Initiative is and what it does. But in the last 5 years, they've done 125 exhibitions and publications in Pakistan, which is something of a record in the country. So along with that, and what is actually perhaps more exciting, is that Abid is now dedicating a lot of time and resources to the production of films. And so he has right now 3 films in various degrees of production. The first one, I'll Meet You There, is actually in post-production, and it's due for a release in 2020. And so you can actually go to IMDb and look up details if you like. I'm really looking forward to that. The second one is called 1978, as in the year 1978. It is currently in production, and hopefully we'll be looking at a release probably in 2022 or thereabouts. The third one, which is, I keep saying the most exciting, but the third one, which is actually very, very interesting, is a film by the name of Wakhri, W-A-K-H-R-I, for my non-Urdu Punjabi speaking friends. This is currently in development, and what's amazing is that it has been selected for Locarno 2018. It was already selected and presented there. It's been presented at Cannes in 2019. And so this is going to be possibly one of the biggest films to ever release from Pakistan on the international stage. With that, I will hand you over to Abid Aziz Merchant.
Thank you for the introduction, Omar.
My pleasure.
Really nice of you to take out time and come and see me. Well, as Omar has been telling you a lot about me, and he's asked me to say something also, so let me start with, I've been a banker for 21 years, and then I one day decided to quit. I'd always thought I'll quit banking when I turned 45, but it happened a bit earlier than that. I quit banking at the age of 41 and followed my passion of art and film. So I started Sanat Initiative to promote Pakistani contemporary art all over the world, first in Pakistan, then take it internationally. So in the past 5 years, we've done a lot of art exhibitions, a lot of experimental stuff, printed publications to make an archive of documentation of what was happening in Pakistan during this time period, and we continue to do so. And recently we've just moved to a very large space in Commune Artist Colony, which is 10 times of what we had for the past 5 years in the Clifton area, the posh Clifton area of Karachi. And we continue to show and exhibit the art over here of exceptionally talented contemporary Pakistani artists. So today also we have an opening of a show over here, and Umar has just seen that show and also talked to the artist. So going ahead, yes, about the films, I was always interested in films, and I watch 20 films a week. I've been doing so for over 30 years, so you can just imagine and calculate how many films I must have watched till now. So when everyone in Pakistan started talking about the revival of the Pakistani cinema, I thought this is a great time to be a part of this revival. And right now, some Pakistani films have started making waves all around the world. This morning I received information that one Pakistani film which was in competition in Busan International Film Festival, managed to win an award over there just this morning. So it's amazing. And another short film won at the prestigious Venice Film Festival, a film of a friend whom I met in Locarno when we were there in 2018 with our film also. So Saim, who directed Darling, he won at the Venice Film Festival just a few weeks ago. So it's a great scene happening on the film front in Pakistan. So I thought I should also be a part of it, as it was an area of interest. So I started talking, let me just tell you how I entered into films. So I started talking to my friend whom I met a few years ago in Karachi, and we became friends on Facebook, and we never met again. until the day we were, we were in pre-production of the film. So it all happened on conversations on Facebook and WhatsApp that we decided that we'll do a film, and she was already in the process of doing it for so many years. And then I stepped in as an executive producer. And that film is now, mashallah, the post-production is complete, and we are looking for a release next year. It's an independent, bilingual, US-Pakistani co-production called I'll Meet You There. And we got the legendary Kavi Khan from Pakistan. I'm sure everyone in Pakistan who's grown up in Pakistan must have grown up watching Kavi Saab on television. So it has Kavi Saab in a key role with the internationally acclaimed Farhan Tahir, who has been in such big hits like Iron Man and Star Trek and Escape Plan. So he's also there. And then we're introducing a new face, Nikita Tiwani, in that film. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to share that film with people in Pakistan and abroad. So that film is called I'll Meet You There, with an Urdu title, Bismil. I won't talk much about that film now because it's going to release sometime next year. So I'll let you watch and decide, and let us know how you feel about I'll Meet You There. While I'll Meet You There is pending release, a very dear friend of mine, he also wanted to do something in film. So he had this brilliant idea to do a period piece. And so we engaged a writer and a director on board with us to come up with a concept, to write a story on the concept of my friend Rashid Maqsood. So Hamza Bangash came on board with us. I'm sorry if I didn't mention the name of my friend earlier, with whom I'm doing I'll Meet You There, is Iram Parveen Bilal, who did Josh in 2013, which was released in Pakistan and continues to still play at film festivals across the world. So coming back to 1978, Hamza, I met him in Locarno again when we were there with our third film, which I will be talking later, as Umar asked me कि वो सबसे आखिर में बताना सबको. So 1978 is a period film, and it's a short film, and it's something, a subject which many of you will like. We talk about the Karachi in the 1970s in that film. And now coming to something which is very close to not only my heart, but also Iram Parveen Bilal's, with whom I did I'll Meet You There, is Wakhri. So when I started talking to her on Facebook and WhatsApp, she came up with this brilliant story about a social media star. And then we came up with this name, Wakhri. And at that time, Locarno Film Festival, which is one of the oldest film festivals in the world, was focusing on South Asia. And we submitted Wakhri to the Open Doors Hub, and it got selected over there. So it was one of the 8 projects from all over South Asia to be selected at the Open Doors Hub in Locarno. And we were invited there to meet with potential co-producers and potential people who involve themselves in co-production with other countries. And we had a great time in Locarno. We're thankful to the Locarno people for calling us there, arranging our meetings. And over there we managed to get on board French and German co-producers, and also met over there the director of the L'Atelier program at the Cannes Film Festival. And he met us. He had a look at Iram's previous project also, which was Josh. He discussed with us, and a few months later, we hear from him that he would like us to come to Cannes, and we submitted and we got selected. And thanks to Locarno, we met Georges over there. We met Roman, who's our German co-producer. We met Denis, who's our French co-producer on Wakhri. And then we ended up this year in May 2019 at Cannes, and it's a dream of any filmmaker in the world to be at Cannes.
Absolutely.
Because it's not easy to go there. It's highly competitive, and Wakri became one of the 15 projects from all over the world which are in development to get selected for Cinefondation's L'Atelier program at Cannes Film Festival. And there also we met with a lot of filmmakers, a lot of distributors, international sales agents who would help us in taking the film forward. So it's in development, and inshallah we hope to start its pre-production sometime next year and filming in 2021. And God willing, inshallah, if everything goes well, we hope to make Pakistan proud with our films, as we've made Pakistan proud with the artists that we've exhibited over here, who've also made names internationally, won prizes, just like the artist who's exhibiting today at our Sanat space, Ahmed Javed, who recently this year became the first Pakistani to win the Sovereign Asian Art Prize in Hong Kong, and a unanimous decision by the jury to give him cent% marks for his work titled Imran Qureshi Studio, which was also exhibited in Sanat in 2018. So that's me, that's Abid Aziz Merchant, signing off and giving it back to Umar.
I'm so excited for these movies, and thank you so much for taking the time, Abid.
Thank you.
And looking forward to doing many more posts on these films with actual film and trailers and such when you can release them. Thank you again. Bye bye.